please stand for our national anthem? Try that again. Please stand for our national anthem, being sung by Kenna McBride, a member of Cedar 5. Great job, and thank you, Kenna. You may all please be seated. Hello, my name is Jimmy Kelly, and I'm a unit leader at the North Central Region campus. I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for AmeriCorps NCCC's Class 31A Induction Ceremony. Induction symbolizes a step forward on the part of the AmeriCorps NCCC North Central Region campus, as it marks the completion of 3 weeks of training for the members and 4 weeks of training for the team leaders of Class 31A. Can we get the chat warmed up with some hearts in the chat? Thank you to everyone who's joining us virtually on Facebook Live. I would now like to invite Julian Llamas, a member of Oak 5, to the stage to kick off our ceremony with a member reflection.
Good afternoon. I am Julian Llamas, but most of you know me as Ashton. I would like to take this time to welcome my fellow Corps members, the team leaders, friends, family, and anybody else to the induction of Class 31A into the AmeriCorps NCCC program. Today is the beginning of what will be one of the most important journeys of our lives. By the end of the ceremony, we will have taken the words of the AmeriCorps pledge that we have been rehearsing through all of the Corps Training Institute, and then incorporate them into our everyday lives while we serve our country. We have come here from all across the nation for many different reasons. Some of us looking for a new start, others looking for direction, so on and so forth. Whatever your rationale for joining is, just know that we are all here on a shared core value of service. Every single one of us wants to help our country in one way or another. Through CTI, we were introduced to our teams for the first half of the year. We learned each other's names and motivations for being here. We figured out how to live and work in this new and unfamiliar situation that we have all been placed into. There was bonding over the group activities and the 10-minute breaks in the 4-hour-long trainings. Over this short time, we have grown close and are prepared to take on any challenges that approach. Soon, we will be sent out on our first round of projects, in which our teams will embark on a wide variety of service opportunities that will help strengthen our communities by bringing Americans together. From doing taxes for the less fortunate, to helping a town clean up and rebuild after a natural disaster, to anything in between. And while helping these communities, we will be gaining skills and knowledge that we will be able to apply in our everyday lives after our service term is completed. All of us will experience challenges while we are out there. The days will be long, and the work will be physically and mentally exhausting. There will be cuts, blisters, and twisted ankles. There will also be homesickness, weariness, and burnout. But faced with this adversity, we will persevere. No matter how many times we get knocked down, however many curveballs get thrown at us, we will always get back up because we are fueled by the drive to help our country. This is the same fuel that will stay empowering the members of AmeriCorps to carry this commitment of helping the American people through our service term and beyond. With the training and experiences we acquire this year, I believe in all of us to be able to make a difference in this world, because we are AmeriCorps members and we get things done.
Thank you, Julian. It's time to introduce our next speaker, our very own Region Director, Rob Levis. Rob is currently the Region Director for the AmeriCorps NCCC North Central Region. Prior to this, he served as our Deputy Region Director for Operations, beginning when the campus started in 2008. Before joining the NCCC, he spent 21 years as an active duty Army officer, serving in various financial and operational positions across the United States, Europe, Central America, and Southwest Asia. Originally from Highland Park, Illinois, he graduated and was commissioned through the University of Iowa in 1987 with a Bachelor's of Business Administration and Finance. He holds an MBA from Syracuse University in Organizational Management. Please welcome Rob Levis, North Central Region Director, to the podium, where he will give a charge to the Corps and swear in Class 31A team leaders and members.
Yeah, let's see if you're still clapping when I'm done, huh? Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the AmeriCorps NCCC North Central Region Class 31A Induction Ceremony. What a great day. What a great day. To all of our guests and family here and those watching online, and thank you for joining us. I want to deviate a little bit off script, which is going to make Angela very nervous down there. Kenna, wonderful. Where are you at? Where'd you go? There you are. Wonderful job with that national anthem. That was magnificent. Thank you. Let me get back on script. Before I go too much further, I want to recognize a visitor that is here with us today from the office of Senator Joni Ernst, Mr. Justin Jensen. And at this time, I would ask Justin to please come forward, as he has some remarks from the senator that he would like to share with us today.
Good afternoon. So I'm moving a little slow. I wish I had something cool I could say like MMA training or karate, but just came out of bed too fast. So make sure you stretch good in the morning. But I do have a letter from Senator Ernst. I know she wished she could be here. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome this very special day, the AmeriCorps Class 31A induction ceremony here in beautiful Vinton, Iowa. We are gathered here today to honor and recognize Class 31A, the new AmeriCorps members who are about to embark on a mission of service. AmeriCorps is about building a brighter future that is what is ahead of you. AmeriCorps members bring their energy, commitment, passion for change to a wide variety of programs, from education to environmental stewardship, public health to disaster recovery, and today, Class 31A officially joining that tradition. To the members of Class 31A, congratulations. You have answered the call to serve, one that asks you to give not just your time and your energy, but your hearts and your minds. To those in need, from rebuilding homes after natural disasters to tutoring children in under-resourced schools, your actions will shape and change our nation. As you take your oath today, know that you are joining a legacy of service, all united by the common goal of creating positive change. You are taking on a responsibility of uplifting communities as you embody the values of service, community, and commitment. Thank you. I look forward to seeing the incredible impact you will make. Sincerely, Senator Joni Ernst.
Thank you very much, Justin. Also planning to be here today was Rochelle Fuller from the office of Senator Grassley. Unfortunately, Rochelle had something urgent come up, and although she's been to probably 10 or 11 of these in a row, was unable to make it. But she did send me a very short message from Senator Grassley that I would like to read to you real quickly here. Congratulations on your induction to Class 31A of the AmeriCorps NCCC program. Your commitment to helping others and going where there is need says a lot about your character. Service of any magnitude does not go without being noticed, and you will not be forgotten by those who you will serve. Thank you for choosing to serve your communities, and congratulations, Senator Chuck Grassley. I would be remiss if I did not also take a moment to recognize a few people in the room who helped to make this moment possible. First of all, it's an honor to have with us today our National Director for the AmeriCorps NCCC, Mr. Ken Goodson, who you'll hear from in just a moment. Ken, thank you for being here. And I also need to thank our absolutely amazing region staff who work tirelessly to support getting you here to where you are today, and will continue to do so as you move forward through your service here. Whether it's equipping you, training you, supporting you, getting you to the campus and back, developing projects for you, and more. So I'd ask if you would please join me in showing our appreciation to this incredible team of professionals. Thank you, staff. Here we have a former member of our staff who also put a great deal of time and energy into supporting you, Mr. Vince Bang, and he is here in the back today. Vince, thank you for being here. All right, Class 31A, it is now time to relax. Congratulations, because you have now made it all the way to the starting line. Because now it gets real. I want to share something with you I read recently. I thought it was really profound. Renowned anthropologist Margaret Mead was once asked what she considered to be the first sign of civilization within a culture. And her students expected to hear things such as the evidence of the use of hooks or clay bowls or sharpening stones for making cutting instruments. But to their surprise, she said, the first signs of civilization in an ancient culture is proof of a person with a healed, broken femur. You see, in nature, a broken femur is almost always fatal. You break a femur and you die. You cannot run from danger. You cannot get yourself to food or water. You simply starve or get eaten by some predator. No animal can long survive on their own long enough for a femur to heal. So she went on stating that finding evidence of a healed broken femur is proof that someone else took the time to stay with the injured one while the injury healed. Someone else ensured the person was safe and cared for until they recovered. Because she reasoned helping someone else through difficulty is the starting point of civilization. Now, we don't plan sending you out to set broken legs. That will not be part of any of your projects. But the notion of helping others is at the very core of what it means to be civilized. It is also at the very core of what we do in the NCCC, and what you are committing to do when you will very shortly take the pledge. And what you're committing to do is help other people, to serve other people. So our mission here is to strengthen communities and develop leaders. As Ken often says, we do two things one way. I hope I just didn't steal one of your lines. We do two things one way. And all of you came here for various reasons. Some came maybe to seek new opportunities for growth and development, or to travel, or because you were looking for an adventure, needed a place to live, wanted to meet new people, add to your resume. But most importantly, everyone came here to serve others. This is what we do. We serve others, the basic sign of culture and civilization. So before you lies tremendous opportunity, the opportunity to improve communities, strengthen our nation, touch lives, and to grow as people. And your journey is about to begin. As you depart campus, I challenge you to remember what you've learned here and to put that into action. First, live the values of integrity, service, and excellence. Be your best. Always remember, do the right things and do things right. Serve others and put the needs of your team, corps, and communities ahead of your own desires. Strive for excellence, setting and upholding lofty standards, taking pride in yourself, your team, and the work that you do, and honoring the pledge that you will shortly take. When speaking of serving, my challenge to you is to serve others as they want to be served and where they want to be served. So as a national service program, we exist to strengthen communities, and we do this through service. We do this through you. None of this happens without you. So you're going to spend the next 260 or so days meeting the most critical needs of your fellow citizens, all across our nation. And then you'll spend the next 30, 40, 50, 60 years of your lives serving your communities as leaders, using the skills and abilities that you may develop here, and your passion and your energy to motivate others to serve and do great things. So think about the words in the pledge. When faced with conflict, I will seek common ground. We can find some level of agreement and work even with people with whom we profoundly disagree, because there is so much more that unites us than divides us. Let your service be a force that heals, that helps bring us together as people. And as you heard earlier, what lies in front of you will not be easy. You will have to persevere. And having seen you these past few weeks, I'm confident that you have the resolve to do so, and our staff stands ready to assist you along this journey. So one final thought I'd like to share with you from somebody who's really smart and whose name I could not figure out, but it's a great quote. If you want to touch the past, touch a rock. If you want to touch the present, touch a flower. If you want to touch the future, touch a life. So Class 31A, you have the chance to change people's lives. You get to travel, you get to make lifelong friends, earn an education award, pick up some great new skills. But first and foremost, you get the chance to change people's lives, a chance to be that sign of a great civilization. So congratulations, 31A. Enjoy the ride, and let's get things done.
Thank you, Rob. I would next like to introduce our next guest speaker, Ken Goodson, AmeriCorps NCCC National Director, who will share his thoughts as well as swear in our members for real this time. Ken Goodson is Director of AmeriCorps NCCC, an AmeriCorps program that recruits young adults to serve 9 to 10 months and summer service terms focused on meeting national and community priorities across the nation. He oversees the operation and management of AmeriCorps NCCC, the NCCC FEMA Corps program, the newly launched AmeriCorps NCCC Forest Corps program, NCCC Summer Service, and AmeriCorps Disaster Services Unit. Ken began his AmeriCorps journey in 2012, serving as a region director for the AmeriCorps NCCC Southwest region for 7 years, before going on to serve as regional administrator for the launch of the AmeriCorps Mountain region. In his roles at AmeriCorps, Ken has created unique partnerships between AmeriCorps NCCC, state service commissions, and non-governmental partners, led the development of the nation's largest COVID-19 recovery program engaging national service participants from AmeriCorps and AmeriCorps seniors, developed the AmeriCorps NCCC Summer Service Program, and built an intergovernmental partnership with the U.S. Forest Service for the creation of the NCCC Forest Corps. More recently, he led the creation of 2 interagency agreements for AmeriCorps, one with the Department of Defense and a second with the Veterans Administration. Prior to AmeriCorps, Ken served as a Peace Corps volunteer and then a Peace Corps staff member in 6 different countries over 15 years. His final assignment at Peace Corps, the Comprehensive Agency Assessment, resulted in the most significant set of reforms to Peace Corps operations and the largest increase in funding in the nation's history, in the agency's history. Ken is an innovative leader with proven success in leveraging partnerships and people to make sustainable, positive impacts through service at both the grassroots and global level. Let's welcome Ken Goodson.
Hey y'all, how are you? Good. It is an absolute joy to be able to join you all this afternoon. A big thanks to my colleagues for the invitation and chance to come out to Benton and be with you today. I got to shorten that bio greatly, but the thing you need to know from it is I've had the good fortune of being able to work with some wonderful people, and I'm really happy to have the opportunity to call you my colleague. So welcome into AmeriCorps and NCCC. Really glad you're here. A few things to get started. Kenna, holy smokes. I think the most terrifying for me personally part of an induction or graduation ceremony would be to stand in front of a room of peers and belt out the anthem. Absolutely outstanding. Julian, thank you for sharing your reflections. I'm actually going to pick up on your fuel thread here in just a minute. A couple groups that I'd like to talk about. The first is I'm going to talk a little bit about the staff that works here at the North Central region. Running an NCCC region, keeping a region running is super tough stuff. Arguably the most difficult, busiest, and most intense time of it is CTI. Everybody's new, there's a lot to figure out, there's just so much going on. This year, the CTI was arguably the most complicated and difficult that NCCC has ever had to run. In the background, while we've been operating, there have been budget concerns, there have been things that have impacted the staffing of our program. It's been a really difficult time to be associated with keeping the program going. And the colleagues here have made sure that the priority stays right where it should be, which is welcoming you, getting you set up to have a successful service experience, making sure you have the equipment, tools, and resources necessary to serve. But they've done so in a really difficult operating environment, And for that, I'm extremely grateful. Not with us in the room, but hopefully on the call is another crowd that I'd like to talk about. So around the north central United States, and then I just learned also in places like Florida, there are partners and communities that believe that you are the answer to what they need at this moment in time. And they've decided to invite you into their community as a part of the solution to help them move from where they are today to where they think they might possibly be able to get with a little additional infusion of energy, can-do attitude, and additional human resources. The trust and confidence that the sponsors put in NCCC and put in each of you, I believe they're right to do so. 31 years of history says that's the case. But this time around, they're asking for you. And I'm glad they did and look forward for them having the opportunity to work with you. Okay, so to our most distinguished guests, to Class 31A, as you get ready to start your service and serve your nation. Welcome to a community of over 200,000 AmeriCorps members and AmeriCorps seniors, volunteers currently serving, who are on the front lines at the grassroots level of trying to make our country a better place. The United States faces pressing environmental needs, increasingly frequent and costly disasters, unprecedented health and economic challenges, and a severe shortage in affordable housing. We also face polarization and what feels like a decreasing willingness of individuals who disagree with one another to roll up their sleeves and do the difficult work of looking one another in the eye, listening to one another, and finding ways to get things done despite real differences. So it is both a joy, but also with real urgency that we welcome you into the American family. Because our country needs you, and our country needs you right now. As you prepare to begin your service commitment, let's talk about outer space, werewolves, and rocket fuel. My son was home this past weekend, and I don't get it, but what he likes to do to relax is to watch scary movies. I'm seeing some nodding heads here. I don't get it. But aliens, werewolves, vampires, zombies, he's like chilling out. All of these things I think are scary. I personally choose to believe that none of them are real. And I know some of you may disagree with me on that. Aliens, werewolves, vampires, and zombies. That's a conversation we can have at another time. Here's some things that I actually think are scary. Leaving the comfort of your home or a community that you know to go to a place you've never been before. Being here with a group of people that prior to your arrival, you had never met. Being ready to go to a community that you've also likely never spent time in before. At the invitation of people you've never heard of, who are going to be your neighbors for the next 10-ish or so weeks, to do work that maybe you've never taken on. These things are real. These things could also be scary. Dr. Sally Ride is the first American woman who traveled into outer space. And before she went on her trip, she was asked if she was scared about heading off into the great unknown. And her response was that, quote, all adventures into new territory are scary, but that it is only when we step outside of our comfort zone that we truly have the opportunity to learn something significant and do anything of consequence. And Dr. Ride is right. And each of you has the advantage as you load into your van and head into unknown territory that your learning, growth, and service is going to be powered by the most powerful rocket fuel you got around, which is the NCCC mission. The chance to strengthen communities, develop leaders through your service experience is why you're here. The challenges and unknowns on the horizon are going to be tough, they will be real, and you will overcome them when you lock in and focus on the mission. What will you do to strengthen a community through your service? How will you challenge yourself to grow as a professional through your service? It won't be easy, but you didn't join NCCC for easy. So as you venture into the unknown and try new things, know that like Dr. Rye, you push your limits, stretch your boundaries, and make a contribution to something that is bigger than yourself. I wish you all the best and look forward to hearing from my colleagues about the contributions that you make to communities across the country. Hopefully seeing some of you in the field as you get this work done. And I thank you very much for your service. So blast off. If you could please stand and raise your right hand. I will get things done for America, to make our people safer, smarter, and healthier. I will bring Americans together to strengthen our communities. Faced with apathy, I will take action. Faced with conflict, I will seek common ground. Faced with adversity, I will persevere. I will carry this commitment with me this year and beyond. I am an AmeriCorps member, and I will get things done!
Thank you, Ken. I will now share some remarks on behalf of the youth department. We want to thank all the members and team leaders of Class 31A for taking the plunge and committing to the service. This is an important time for you as individuals and for us as a country. We know each motivation for being here may be different, but hope the outcomes can be similar. We hope that you'll grow and develop as people and professionals, and that you will use this as an opportunity to test your perceived limits and uncover newfound strength. We hope that you support your team and your team leader through the good times and challenging conversations. We firmly believe that you all have the capacity to be successful in this regimented, structured, team-based national service program. And if you can be successful here, on the teams you serve with and the projects you complete, then you can be successful anywhere. This experience is not meant to be sustained for a long period of time. So push yourself every day during these 10 months to learn new things and skills and build quality relationships with your teammates and others you come across. Do this and the time will fly by, and your accumulated experiences will make you proud to have served in NCCC. Now let's go out there on Thursday and get things done. And now to recognize and induct the members of Class 31A. Let's hear some noise for the Cedar Unit. We will now introduce the Cedar teams. Cedar teams, please stand to be recognized as your team leaders call, and the team leader receives their lapel pins. Just Cedar 1. We didn't practice this part. And again, if you have a team chant, we'll ask that your team leader chill out on the side of the stage and depart once it's finished. Cedar 1, led by team leader Stefan Fullerton. The first round. Their first round project is with Indian Creek Nature Center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The team will be creating ecologically healthy ecosystems and improving water quality. Cedar 1. Cedar 2, led by team leader Aggie Smith. Their first round service project is with the Pennsylvania Voluntary Organizations Active in Disaster in Reading and Norristown, Pennsylvania. The team is rebuilding flooded homes damaged by Hurricane Ida and unnamed storms. Cedar 2. Cedar 2! Cedar 3, led by team leader Alice Droge. Their round 1 service project is with the YMCA Camp Pinewood in Twin Lake, Michigan. The team is repairing trail and activity areas to enhance accessibility and safety. Next up, Cedar 4, led by team leader Stephen Vines. Their round 1 service project sponsors are Wright County Community Action Incorporated in partnership with True Friends in Maple Lake and Annandale, Minnesota. The team is providing tax preparation, VITA, and supporting individuals with disabilities. Cedar 4. Next up, Cedar 5, led by team leader Miranda Oppo. Round 1 service project sponsors is YMCA Camp County in partnership with Carroll County, Wabash, and Erie Canal Incorporated in Brookston and Delphi, Indiana. The team is improving native ecosystems and trails, increasing access and restoring benches. Cedar 5. That's the Cedar unit. Let's hear some noise for the Maple unit. Well, now we introduce the Maple teams. Please stand up as your team is recognized and called by your leader, and your team leader receives your lapel pins. Maple 1, led by team leader Declan Shin. Maple 1's Round 1 service project sponsors are Living Lands and Waters in East Moline, Illinois, and Rescue Michigan Nature Now in Detroit, Michigan. The team is educating youth on native trees while wrapping approximately 80,000 trees for distribution throughout the Midwest at Living Lands and Waters. At Rescue Michigan Nature Now, the team is improving green spaces and gardens and creating wildlife habitats. Maple 1. Next up, Maple 2, led by team leader Emily Schmidt. Maple 2's Round 1 service project sponsors the Buffalo Society of Natural Science in Buffalo, New York. The team is restoring native habitat and improving school grounds. Maple 2. Next up, Maple 3, led by team leader Dante Dondero. Maple 3's Round 1 Service Project sponsor is Bennington County Habitat for Humanity in Manchester Center, Vermont. The team is building affordable housing in Bennington County, Vermont. Maple 3. Next up, Maple 4, led by team leader Will Rose. Maple 4's Round 1 Service Project sponsor is United Way of Cincinnati in Cincinnati, Ohio. The team is providing tax preparation, VITA/TCE services to the greater Cincinnati area. Maple 4.
Maple 4!
Next up, Maple 5, led by team leader Seraphim Thomas. Maple 5's Round 1 Service Project sponsors are Family Housing Advisory Services and Habitat Community of Omaha in Omaha, Nebraska. The team is supporting the tax assistance program and constructing affordable housing. Maple 5. Next up is Maple 6, led by interim co-team leaders Austin Hardwick and Connor Bluth. Maple 6 Round 1 Service Project sponsor is York County Food Bank in York, Pennsylvania. The team is helping increase the quantity and access to food for individuals in York County. Maple 6. Now let's hear some noise for the Oak Unit. We'll introduce the Oak teams. Oak teams, please stand and be recognized as your team is called by your unit leader, and your team leader receives your lapel pins.
Oak 2, led by team leader Layla Rogers. Oak 2 will be serving with the Community Action Agency and YMCA Store Camps in Jackson, Hillsdale, Michigan. The team is providing tax preparation, VITA/TCE services, and improving safety at a camp. Oak 2. Oak 3, led by team leader Logan Faber. Oak 3 will be serving at Camp O'Malley and Boys and Girls Clubs of Grand Rapids and Alto, Michigan. The team is reestablishing program areas and trails closed since COVID-19. Oak 3. Oak 4 is led by team leader Sam Reynolds. Oak 4 will be serving at Lakes and Pines Community Action Council Incorporated in partnership with Osprey Wilds Environmental Learning Center and Sandstone, Cambridge, Minnesota. The team is providing tax preparation, VITA services, The team is providing home cleanup and repair services to residents of Pine Island. Book 5.
Thank you, unit leaders, and congratulations, Class 31A. It's official. You're now members of AmeriCorps. We're not done yet. Braden Friedoff, member of Maple One, will now give his member reflection.
Shoot, I don't think I've heard Iowa cheer that loudly since God invented corn. Class 31A, it is an honor to be standing here before all of you in anticipation of a bright and hopeful future. Today is a launch pad from which we will begin a year of dedicated service to American communities, leadership development, and civic engagement that will change the lives of every single person in this room. The impact of this program, however, extends far beyond the confines of this campus to the 15 states and countless communities which we will be investing our efforts into. When I look around this room, I see 160 different definitions of service, 160 different dreams, 160 aspirations, and 160 sets of talents. I see courage, I see dedication, I see creativity, and I see empathy. We represent a broad spectrum of human potential that we take with us wherever we go. But above and beyond the individuals in this room is the singular mission of the AmeriCorps community at large. What we do is the product of the great American spirit that has driven our country from its very inception. The American spirit that led the Founding Fathers in their pursuit of freedom and independence. The American spirit that allowed President Lincoln to lead our country through disunity back together again. And the American spirit that brought a dream to Martin Luther King Jr. that we're still aspiring to achieve to this very day. You see, the American spirit is deeply hopeful. The American spirit aspires to break chains, bring unity, and push the standard of excellence as a nation. A dear friend of mine once explained to me that hopelessness and a spirit without hope do not survive in disparaging circumstances. Hope is the secret to flourishing when life is constantly trying to beat you down. And though we may live in the greatest country in the world, we still have fellow Americans around us who live in less fortunate circumstances than our own. Brothers and sisters who have asked us to step alongside them in their march towards better days. We're being asked to humble ourselves for the betterment of those around us. And let me ask you this, is there a more noble task than service?
No.
That was a rhetorical question, so is this next one. Is there a more pure intention than selflessness? Nice, that was better. I'm so proud of everyone who's already trying to uphold these ideals today. But we're a room of just 160 people, and we're trying to change the lives of thousands around the nation. The task seems daunting, and the work will not always be easy, especially taxes. Don't sleep on taxes. There will come a morning when you wake up and you're staring at a ceiling 1,000 miles away from your home, and you're wondering how you're going to carry on. Your task and your service will seem to stretch before you indefinitely, and doubt will seek to capsize your mission. You'll wonder if there's any hope left in your American spirit. Let me tell you this, you may be just one person, but you also represent Class 31A. You represent the millions of people who wore the A before you, and you represent the communities from which you came. You also represent the indomitable American spirit. Let me tell you something about those American heroes I brought up earlier. There were only 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence at the Pennsylvania State House who forged a nation. That's roughly a third of the amount of people who are here sitting in these pews or seats or whatever today. The American spirit was strong that day. When Abraham Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address that rallied a reeling nation in the wake of a horrific internecine conflict, that speech was only 272 words long. The American spirit does not take long to change hearts. 100 years later, when Martin Luther King Jr. stood at the feet of the Lincoln Memorial, he did so not as a powerful man, not as a privileged man, but as a man in humble and willing service to his community. And the American spirit was bold that day. And 31 years ago, when President Bill Clinton swore in the first class of AmeriCorps NCCC, he said those words that are the beginning of our pledge, "I will get things done for America." That is a proclamation. that the American spirit is still hopeful to this day. So when you find yourself doubting your service, doubting your potential, or doubting your hope, remember this: inside of each and every one of you is the indomitable American spirit. We are capable of amazing things, and I cannot wait to see what this class does together. So Class 31A, congratulations on your induction as official members. This is the beginning of something amazing. It is the next chapter in an NCCC story that begins and ends with integrity, service, and excellence. So when you go into your communities, bring with you your courage, bring with you your dedication, bring with you your creativity, and bring with you your empathy, but never forget hope. Because greater than any service we provide is the hope that we take with us into our communities. Never forget hope. Thank you, and God bless the USA.
Get some W's in the chat for Brady. And everybody in Class 31A, thank you to all our guests who joined us in person and virtually on this special day. Congratulations to Class 31A. Can we get one last round of hearts in the chat? Safe travels as you head out on your round one projects. This concludes our Class 31A AmeriCorps NCCC induction ceremony.